Welcome to another episode of Full Sports Press. I'm your host, Brian Hill. This is the sports show that's still with its kids and at this point wonders, do I even like these people? I mean, I love them, but if I saw them at a party, would I say hello? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Actually, I do know, and it's no, I would not. I'd walk out the back door, slink away into the night. Oh, God. The Baylor Bears defeated the Gonzaga Bulldogs to claim their first NCAA title in school history, and as much as we here at Full Sports Press want to congratulate them on a job well done, we're more interested in Gonzaga, a team plagued by conference championships. During the regular season, the Zags overcame seemingly insurmountable odds by emerging as champions of the much feared and much respected West Coast Conference. I'm sorry, that's not true. I mean, yes, they won, but their conference is basically a basketball wasteland, so it was like nothing for them. I mean, with powerhouses like the Portland Pilots, San Diego Toreros, and the San Francisco Dons, the WCC stands tall atop Mount in the collegiate basketball world, which explains why this year's conference championship was Gonzaga's 17th in the last 22 years. For years, people in the media said such dominance would be detrimental to Gonzaga's chances of winning the NCAA title, and we here at Full Sports Press could not agree more. You can't keep beating up on sorry-ass teams and expect to get better. That's why I don't get too pumped when I destroy my daughter in chess. Firstly, she inexplicably doesn't understand how to defend against the London system, and secondly, she doesn't even know the names of the pieces or how they move. Therefore, me playing her is like playing against a rock with marginally better dexterity. So if the Zags want to fill up their trophy shelf with another 17 meaningless conference championships in the next 22 years, by all means, stick with the WKK. But if they want to raise a banner to the rafters that doesn't leave them feeling empty inside, it's time to start playing against teams you don't regularly beat by 30 points. ESPN parted ways with former Celtic and man who cried hurt leg Paul Pierce after his Instagram live video pulled back the curtain of the Hall of Famer's off-air exploits. Surrounded by scantily clad women shaking their butts, clouds of weed smoke, and poker chips, Pierce was seen enjoying a wholesome evening. Looks just like my Friday night. Just replaced a friend stripper and poker with a frigid empty basement in an episode of The Mentalist, and it's basically the same. Now, as good of a time as Pierce was having, in the haze of haze he forgot that he worked for ESPN, which is owned by Disney, a company that prides itself on providing family-friendly entertainment. And unfortunately, booty shaking does not fall into the category of family-friendly, despite the fact that many dads rewatch the videos longing for a similar evening. Now, I don't frown upon Pierce's at-home gentleman's club. I frown upon his delivery of said reality. Knowing that he works for Disney, Pierce should have realized that the only way he could post what some would consider sexually explicit content was via subliminal messaging or carefully placed genitalia, like the random erection in The Little Mermaid or the penis in the movie's poster. David Woodman, the artist behind the poster, he just couldn't go throwing dicks wherever he wants. That'd be crazy. So what did he do to ensure its existence? He made it a seamless part of the Atlantica Palace facade. If Paul Pierce wanted the world to know that he was surrounded by gyrating G-strings, he should have been more subtle, like adding a filter that makes butts fill up the entire background. That way, no one would have known for sure if it was a butt or simply a thong-themed wallpaper. Like that. See? Right there. It's perfect. Is this a butt? Maybe. Maybe not. And if they say it is a butt, you can call them a freaking pervert. Now who has the power? As for his puffy, bloodshot eyes, there is nothing you can do about that. That is just a man who is very, 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 very high. For our final story, we're going to talk about the unnecessary and nonsensical beef between Michael Rapaport, best known for his work as Joey the Raccoon from Dr. Dolittle 2, and the Black Slender Man, Kevin Durant. Shit apparently hit the fan after Rapaport posted a series of texts he exchanged with Durant following one of Durant's patented salty interviews with notoriously bad interviewer Charles Barkley.
There was talk about you coming back for the playoffs last year, so you really just been working on your game, trying to get back your timing and conditioning, really, to be honest, correct?
Yeah. Come on, man.
To give KD credit, he did answer Barkley's dumbass question because it was a yes or no question. But for some reason that didn't sit well with old Rapid Tappy, causing him to tweet that KD seemed deeply in his feelings with the @NBA on TNT crew after the game. Damn it, he's super sensitive about everything. Don't do the interview. Now, most people would look at this tweet, shrug their shoulders, and move on with their lives, but KD is not most people. In addition to being a multi-millionaire, world-class professional basketball player, KD is also a highly sensitive, omnipresent social media entity, dredging up beef wherever he senses its presence. So of course he wasn't going to just take Rapaport's comments lying down. He could never do that. He was going to strike back with every ounce of his being. So that's what he did when he sent a barrage of explicit and hate-filled messages, at one point calling out the 51-year-old actor to fight at Catch Steak, a seemingly delightful steakhouse in Chelsea. Now, maybe I'm out of the loop when it comes to understanding the intricacies of let's settle this fight locales, but from what I recall, the optimal location for that sort of stuff is usually preserved for schoolyards, back alleys, or abandoned lots, not high-end trendy food locales known for their Asian-inflected seafood. In another message, Durant promised to spit in Rapaport's face, and in another, he called him a pale cocksucker. With the DMs being made public, the NBA was forced to fine Durant $50,000 for the language he used, leaving many to call Rapaport out for blowing up KD's spot. And we here at Full Sports Press agree that Rapaport should not have done this, but not for the same reasons as everyone else. In our second episode, we asked people to leave the Net Stars alone so they can concentrate on bringing a championship to Brooklyn. And this is a prime example of why that needs to be the case. Because instead of focusing on basketball, now I gotta focus on KD's mental state and whether or not he needs to contact some kind of hotline. Because when this is your response to Michael Rapaport, a man who has zero influence in your life, there is something going on underneath the surface. So, if I could give KD some advice moving forward, it would be to, next time, take a deep breath and let the rage wash away like Paul George's chances of showing up in the playoffs. Because when you're as ruthless as KD is in the art of DM smack talk, in the end, you look like the crazy person. And even worse, you might make a grown man cry.
It's been tough. The last few days have been tough, have been crazy. I've gone out of the house and I get sneers and I get finger pointing and I don't do good with sneers and snickers. And then I actually went to the dog park with my dog, and people that usually, say hello and even play with my dog, they don't want to play with my dog Wheezy. And then, I went to my coffee shop and they said, not today, Cupcake. And it's weird. It's like, why are you calling me Cupcake? And then I get online and social media, and I know I put it out there, but people online have been so cruel and mean.
Oh, poor Rapaport. Oh, you just feel so bad for the guy. No, you don't. Keep it to yourself next time with your fake tears. That's all for this episode of Full Sports Press. Join us next time when we take a look at New York Knicks owner and creature seen by John Lithgow on the wing of a plane, James Dolan, in a Full Sports Press special report called Gremlin in the Garden. And this isn't one of those next time on Full Sports Press that doesn't happen. I'm actually going to do that episode. So there you go, Mom.